All right, we want to head on over to Mombasa County. As I had mentioned earlier, the world is marking World Radio Day, and we do have a team that is covering celebrations happening in that particular county. Let's take a look.
Right. Good afternoon, Nisi. Happy World Radio Day here from Mombasa County. It has been a culmination of events leading up to this day here in Mombasa County. The theme of this year, 2023, is Radio for Peace. And I'm joined by the CEO of the Media Council, who has been spearheading this year's celebrations to just give us their word. Various stakeholders have been here since morning just addressing media practitioners on how they can use radio as a tool to promote peace in the country. However, it was a proud moment also for the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation to learn from the findings from the Media Council of Kenya that we are ranking in 2022. We ranked a second on the most watched television. I'm joined by the CEO also to give us a pat on the back on how we have been faring on and how he can enlighten more on how we can use the radio as a tool for peace. Karibu sana, CEO, and just give us an overview of how the celebrations were today.
Thanks. I start by correcting. KBC was ranked the second most popular brand, but it's the fourth watched TV station. Still an improvement because in the year 2021, KBC was the eighth popular, so you have moved up 4 spaces. But around brand popularity in the media, KBC is the second most popular brand, which is a kudos and congratulations. So basically we were celebrating the theme Radio for Peace, how radio can be utilized to promote peace and cohesion through providing access to information, bringing communities together, and providing really an opportunity for sharing and collaboration between different actors at different times. Promoting education, accurate information, sharing and exchange of information, and promoting encounters among communities, societies, and culture is one of the ways radio can be used to promote peace. Because the counter product is then if radio spreads hate and misinformation and disinformation, then it can cause tension between communities and lead to war. Yes.
Yes, so we've heard from the county commissioner talking about giving a sample of some of the cases where radio was promoting conflict and as opposed of quelling the tension that was happening. For example, during the 2007 the skirmishes that were. What is your word for the journalists as they use? Because, for example, in Mombasa, there are around 7 mainstream radio stations that are actually bearing information for people. What is some of the programs maybe they can enact to ensure that this promotion of peace is enacted?
Principle is that journalists must understand that they wield immense power by the microphone or the power of the pen. That means that they are able to influence large numbers of people and communities, how they behave, how they react, and how they perceive issues. By understanding that, then journalists understand that they are operating in a sacred profession, sacred space. You are like operating in a pulpit where people will mostly follow what you tell them. Therefore, make sure you invest in research. Make sure you only engage in you dispense accurate, verified information, and mostly put across information which is meant to bring people together, not to divide people. Yes.
Access to information also is one word that the Mombasa governor talked extensively about. He is willing to provide information that is good for the public, and most of the time, and recent events have shown that verifying the information that we've been given is a very, very crucial tool so that the country cannot go into conflict or cannot be torn apart into political factions. Maybe your word to media houses, even as they enact this right, because it is their right, but even as they are conducting their duties when they are looking for news.
All public officers and holders of public offices are obligated to provide information when it is asked in the format as prescribed by the Commission for Administrative Justice or the Ombudsman. So if the governor, or in fact any other governor or public officer provides information, they are not doing the media a favor or Kenyans a favor. They are meeting their statutory obligations, constitutional obligations. But second, now it's the duty of journalists then to make sure that they verify this information. Don't go screaming headlines and breaking news before you verify, because then you cause unnecessary tension and anxiety among Kenyans. So as I began earlier, that then as we celebrate media and the achievements and we appreciate their challenges, know that you operate in a hallowed space. People look up to you for information. Make sure that then you verify that. Otherwise, there will be no difference between you in the media and the peddlers of fake news on social media. We must stand aside to be separated. Anybody else can go and scream breaking news or say whatever has happened. It's the duty of the media to verify, so that then when mainstream media said it, we know that it's true. Otherwise, if mainstream media screams louder than bloggers or some social media users, then we are failing Kenyans. And our work as the Media Council is to make sure that we protect the public, that they have access to verified information. Then we will demand for accountability from those then who go screaming and misleading Kenyans.
Finally, as I let you go, as a Media Council, what exactly are you doing so that you can be able to see that these radio practitioners are efficiently doing their mandate?
I mean, it's about training and ensuring they adhere with the code of ethics for their practice. We are engaging the media owners to make sure that the working conditions are fair, and really sharing of technologies and exchanges amongst them. Really, broadly, that's what we do. So we regulate and we develop, make sure that we have good skills, people know the confines of the law, and we also protect them when they do their job well. We make sure that their rights are protected. Yes.
Thank you so much. Nisi, I hand it back to you in studio. We have been here since the morning with different stakeholders giving us a pat on the back as media practitioners on how not to divide the country using the media as a tool when you're faced with conflict, or even in the day-to-day dissemination of news in whichever platform that there is. So I hand it back to you, Nisi, as we continue celebrating radio achievements and the strides that we have made as media practitioners. Juni Karisa from Mombasa County.